What's good? What's good? What's good, people? What's going on? It's your man King Nabby the Great, back again. Now, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to release this video. I'll do it when I'm comfortable because, what I'm saying? It's a little personal, but I wanted y'all to get to know me better. This is a video about the day that I almost died. It's a little story. I know I'm smiling, and I'm smiling because I love life, regardless of what happened now. Earlier this year, like around February, March, around the end of February actually, going into March, I had this slight issue. Just to give you the story from the top. Okay, so I'm inside of my apartment. I'm on the computer. I'm editing a video. I do some contract editing on the side and stuff. So I'm editing the video, a movie actually. I'm editing a film. Just doing some corrections. It's already done. I'm doing some stuff for the trailer. So at any rate, as I'm editing this trailer, I get a little hungry. So I get up, and I'm gonna walk to the store. It's a 5-minute walk, down the street. Walk to the store, get a snack or something like that, whatever. So I'm walking through this parking lot. There's a community center by my old apartment and a big parking lot and stuff like that. So I'm walking through it. And as I'm walking, I'm kind of short of breath, and I have a pain in my leg. I've had this pain in my left calf muscle for like 3 months, and I'm thinking it's a cramp. I'm like, what's going on? I haven't even been working out that much. I don't know what's going on. I skip mad leg days, so I don't know why my leg is hurting. So anyway, I'm walking, I'm short of breath. I see this kid. He's kind of like walking behind me. He's like a teenager or whatever. I'm walking, and I get so short of breath that I stop in the middle of the parking lot. And then that's the last thing that I remember until I woke up, lifted my face, and I had blood gushing from my face, just like it's a pool of blood on the ground. I hit my face. I could feel dripping. I hit my face. It's funny because I felt no pain, but I hit my face and it's just blood. My tooth is loose. If y'all see, I chipped my tooth pretty bad. I got a scar on my lip from because my bottom tooth went up through my lip. You know what I'm saying? Went up straight through my lip. My lip was like up here. It was crazy. My top teeth went down through here. Both of my front teeth, I got a hairline fracture through one of my teeth. Both of my front teeth were mad wobbly. Surprised they didn't fall out. So I get up and I look and I see the kid, and he's looking like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? What happened? So he's like, yo, are you okay? Do you need help? I'm like, nah, I'm delirious at this time. So I get up and I walk probably about maybe like 10 to 20 feet to the sidewalk because I'm still trying to walk back home, and I just drop to the ground on the sidewalk and fall. Don't remember anything after that. I wake back up, and now it's a car drives by through the parking lot, and the guy's like, yo, do you need help? What's going on? And I'm like, yo, don't worry, I'm gonna get up in a second. You know what I'm saying? I'm delirious. I'm like, I'm gonna get up in a second. I'm gonna walk back home. He's like, all right, look, I'm gonna drive off. I'm gonna try and call somebody. Don't worry about it. So I fall out and got passed out again. I wake back up. A lady's walking with her kids, because I guess by this time, like, the school had let out. So a lady's walking with her kids through the parking lot. She's like, are you okay, sir? Do you need help? And I'm sitting there. Now I'm kind of like fully awake with blood. I'm trying to figure out what happened, and I can't get up. I'm so weak. Like, I have this thing in my chest where I can barely breathe. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, please get some help, because I can't even get up and walk back home. So kind of like, I think I passed out again, and then when I got back up, the ambulance came, and the EMTs are there, the police are there, everybody, right? So they come and they're like, what's wrong, sir, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I don't know, I just passed out. They're like, have you taken any drugs? I'm like, nah, I don't know. But at this time I'm paranoid because I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I accidentally took some drugs or something. I don't know what happened. So I pass out again, and at this point I'm like rolling on the ground. I'm like, please, I just need some help because I can't breathe. I'm like, yo, I can't breathe. I just need some help. I'm bleeding. They're trying to tell me to calm down, and I pass out again. When I wake up this time, this is kind of the messed up part. I got handcuffs on. I'm I'm handcuffed behind my back. So I wake up and I'm like, yo, why do y'all handcuff me? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? I can't breathe. And the cuffs are in my back, in my lower back, like where the bottom of my lungs. So I really can't breathe. And I'm laying on my back. So I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Why do y'all have me in cuffs? I didn't do anything to anybody. I'm sitting here, I can't breathe. He's like, yo, you were acting a little bit erratic. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know if you were going to get dangerous, so we cuffed you. I'm looking at these cops like, yo, I can't breathe. Just take these cuffs off me. Anyhow, the EMT comes out. They put me on the daggone gurney, on the stretcher, still in cuffs, and put me in the hospital van in the ambulance in cuffs. Crazy, messed up. I'm mad as I don't know what, but at the same time, I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? I can't breathe. I'm like, yo, if y'all could just take like my hand out, I'm not gonna do anything to anybody. The cop that's on the ambulance with me refused to take the cuffs off. That's a whole nother issue. Alright, so I pass out again while we're in the van. I just start breathing slowly. As I'm breathing slowly, I pass out. It's weird because every time I passed out, I felt like I had a dream. I wish I could remember what the dream was, but I can't really remember. All I remember is I was like walking in the darkness and I couldn't remember, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe I was at the gates or something. I'm not sure what happened. So I get to the hospital and, they put me, through the ER, blah, blah. They do a whole bunch of tests on my lung area, all types of whatever scans. And come to find out, to make a long story short, I had a pulmonary embolism. What a pulmonary embolism is, it's a blood clot that moves from your leg, which is why I had the leg pain from the DVT. Excuse me, it's mad windy out here. From the DVT. The DVT is can't remember what the DVT is. A deep vein thrombosis. Deep vein thrombosis is a blood clot in your deep veins in your leg. So that blood clot, because I was rubbing my leg to try and massage it to get the pain out, and it actually caused it to move faster to my lungs. When it moved to my lungs, it cut off my whole breathing, which is why I kept passing out and why I was short of breath and all that type of stuff. And which is why I passed out flat on my face and hit the ground, which messed my whole, you'll see it in the thumbnail, the picture of what I look like. I look crazy. So it looked like I just got beat up. Went 12 rounds with Tyson. So, or maybe 1 round with Tyson, because how he is. So I come to find out that's what I had. The doctors and the nurses there were. I was in the hospital for about 3 days. Mad family came. You know what I'm saying? Mad. I didn't tell a lot of people because I didn't want people to worry about me. I have this thing where I don't want people to worry about me, so I kind of kept it low. I didn't want people, whatever. So only a few people, if they hit me, then I was like, yeah, I'm in the hospital right now because of X, Y, Z. My family came through. They were angry about the whole police situation. We filed a report, but it didn't really, because they tried to say I was on some kind of, excuse me, they thought that I was on some kind of drug. After they did the drug test, they realized I wasn't on anything and all that. So they basically apologized, you know what I'm saying, and went about their business. And then they filed, like, in the police report, it says nothing about that. It just says that, I had a health condition and they took me to the hospital. So they kind of cleaned up their, you know what I'm saying? They cleaned things up after the fact, but y'all know what it is. So, at any rate, I had this pulmonary embolism. It's something that typically happens to people like twice my age, to people twice my weight a lot of times. It's something that's killed Heavy D. It was the cause of death of a legendary rapper, Heavy D. It also almost killed Serena Williams, who's a world-class athlete. So you realize that it can kind of happen to anybody. And how it typically happens is from long flights or from sitting around for a long time. Now, my lifestyle at the time, I was working in a place where I was doing video encoding. So I was sitting down for long periods of time. Then I get on the metro, the DC Metro, which is the subway system in DC, and I'd sit on there for like another hour or so in the bus, and then I get home and I'd edit. So basically for at least like maybe 16 hours of the day, for most of my waking hours, I'm pretty much sitting down all the time, you know what I'm saying? Which is what caused that to form. And another thing that I think caused it to form, and I'm sorry, just to bring you to a conclusion before I say that, the doctors let me know, they put me on medicine, on blood thinners, And the doctors, after tests, they tested my blood. They said that there's nothing in there genetically or nothing in my blood cells that would give a reason for this to happen or say that this may be chronic. So although a lot of people have to take this medicine for the rest of their life, I'm done with the medicine at the end of the year. Everything is fine with me. Um, they they basically couldn't figure out what happened and the reason why this happened. And to me, being a spiritual person, I feel like part of the reason why it happened is that, like a blood clot, it stagnates your bloodstream, it stops your bloodstream. And a blood clot, it stops it stops your blood flow. And I feel like at that time in my life, spiritually and mentally and emotionally, I was stagnated. At that time, I hadn't really started the YouTube page yet, and there were a lot of things that I wanted to do, like writing and all that, and that I wasn't really doing, and I was kind of giving myself excuses of why I wasn't ready to do it yet, or I'll wait till this situation is right, I'll wait till that situation is right until I do it. And after all this, I came to the understanding that you can't stop, you can't be stagnated in your life, you can't be clotted in your life for any reason whatsoever out there, people. Like, if there's something that you want to do, if there's a dream that you want to achieve, if there's a goal that you have, go out and get it now. Go out and do things now. Do it now. Not only is life too short, but also when you have that inspiration, it's a sign from God telling you to go out there and do it. Regardless of what anybody thinks, your parents are going to tell you to do certain things because they want the easiest, the most comfortable route for you. However, the easiest, most comfortable route isn't always the best route to your happiness and to your success and to the destination that you want to get to. A lot of times there's challenges in the road, and what the challenges do is they make you 10 times better, and they make it 10 times greater and 10 times more enjoyable once you reach your destination. So please keep on moving. I hope that this inspires, everyone out there to just, do what they have to do. The reason why I called this the day that I almost died is because when I went to the hospital, they told me that 90% of people who came in there with my condition, with the pulmonary embolism, who passed out, on the way there, who just came all messed up like I was, didn't make it. They either died on the way to the hospital or died in the hospital, and that it was a miracle that I made it. And I just took that miracle as a sign that, I need to do this now. I can't play any more games, and I can't make any more excuses for why I'm not doing the things that I love to do. I was doing things on a slight level, here and there, but I wasn't going full force. And I was to a point where I was probably about to quit and stop just because the pressures of life and all types of stuff were in. People in my ear were were getting to me, and I was about to stop. And that time just was, it was a wake-up call. It was a smack in the face for me to go get it. That's when I started writing 1,000 miles per hour. I finished, my screenplay that I was working on. I started I started the YouTube page and started talking about things I love, such as, movies. And I got the inspiration to start doing the trailer reactions and stuff like that. And I got that inspiration recently, but all of this kind of snowballed and kind of was a domino effect leading up to this point to where I'm moving at a consistent basis, and I'm totally enjoying it, and I'm loving it. I'm getting out more, exercising more. I changed my diet up. I'm eating a lot healthier. So I just hope that it inspires everyone to just, not only take care of your bodies, because your body is your temple. Your body is going to be that machine that helps you move towards where you need to get to, but to also keep moving towards where you need to get to, regardless of what anybody says. Please go out there. Please follow your dreams. Please be inspired and go out there and inspire others while you're at it, because you really can't inspire others without being inspired yourself first. And I just appreciate everybody that's been, with me, family, friends, all of those out there who's commented and subscribed, even if it wasn't just here on YouTube, even if it was on social media, on Instagram, whatever, Twitter, whatever the case may be. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate everybody who's out there doing similar things, who inspires me, you know, who's out there doing, you know, movie reviews and stuff like that. Y'all inspire me as well, and I hope that I can inspire you too. Go out there and be great. Be a great one, y'all. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Live love. It's a beautiful day. Breathe that air in deep. It's warm out here. I know it's cold back on the East Coast. Even out on the East Coast, go outside in that frigid weather and just breathe in deep and just appreciate that you're alive. You know what I'm saying? And while you're here, excuse me, I'm sorry. While you're here, just make the most of it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're gone, you're gonna look back down and say, "Dang, it wasn't even really that tough. I could have just taken advantage and been a lot more fruitful." And you might want to jump back in just to do that. Don't have to want to jump back in unless you know you really just want to. Do it now. Get it now, please. It's your man King Nabby the Great. I think I need some water. I'm a little bit parched. Shout out to all of my great ones. I love y'all. Creativity, abundance, and prosperity to all. And I'm out.
Mafioso, mafioso, mafioso.